That is it. That is the start of it. That isn't it. We didn't end the show. We haven't even started the show. We're running a little bit late today. We had a wonderful live training today with a brand new dog that just came in yesterday, which is ironic. He's up for adoption as well. Ozzy, a German Shepherd, who's doing really well. It's an arousal reset. The biggest issue we see with dogs is over arousal. You know, a lot of people have got dogs, they know their commands, but they're overly aroused. And over arousal leads to more leash reactivity, more separation anxiety, more aggression, more resource guarding, more all insert any bad behavior there. So getting a dog to be calm, especially on command, as I look for my beverage, which is just water. I can't find it. I'll have to excuse myself in a minute. This is Jeff Gelman of Solid Canine Training and the wonderful Joelle, and this is the What Would Jeff Do show. We stream every Monday, historically at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:06 to be exact. We're over here on Rumble. We're over here on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us. Ask your questions. Now is a really good time to ask your most likely a behavioral issue question that you have. Yeah. Most of this industry, 90% of dog trainers out there do not work with behavior mod. 90%. All they do is just obedience, and they do a half-assed job at that. Nobody in particular, just the industry in general. Most people need their dogs to stop unwanted behavior. So when you go to a trainer, make sure they actually know how to stop unwanted behaviors. Ask them, well, we'll train an alternative behavior. I want you to stop the unwanted behavior. Make sure you do that. We got a dog in here for serious resource guarding. He will attack you. Oh, yeah. He attacked me this morning.
That's some fun videos to go
on
tomorrow.
Yep. It's like, pay attention, everybody. Pay attention to what you're being sold.
Pretty dangerous, actually. Very dangerous.
That's very dangerous stuff. Anyway, let's get right into it. Ask your questions, Joelle. I'm going to go, or just maybe do a little bit. Why don't you share about today's live?
I'll answer some questions.
No, just share the
RJ says, guys, shut up. My favorite show is on.
See that?
We're his favorite show.
Who?
RJ. I'm assuming you mean we're your favorite, or are you telling us to shut up, RJ? Because then I'll have to slap you.
Go ahead.
About what? Today's thing? Doors are closed now, so if you missed it, you can't sign up.
People can't get the replay? It's even on tomorrow night? No? Wow.
That's it.
Snooze, you lose.
Snooze, you lose. I gave everyone ample warning.
We're showing.
I don't like people joining midway when we're in the middle of a course, because then
Yeah,
you're lost. You don't know what's going on.
We're showing the golden moments. Yeah. Everything we're showing is the golden moments. Mm-hmm. You know, I did a protocol today. Maybe Joelle will put it up with this resource guarding dog, step by step, how we eliminate resource guarding. This dog attacks people, and I'm showing you live. I mean, I videotaped it. The protocol that I do that gives us 100% success. Oh, it makes it a little bit better. No, it eliminates it. How we take a dangerous dog and make them safe on day one. Doesn't mean it's gone on day one, but I made that dog safe on day one.
There's at least a level of safety. Is it perfect?
No, God, no. It's just day one. It's incredible, though, the amount of nonsense that's out there with resource guarding. This dog actually, here's a story. Here's another story. True. I only have truth. Been doing this for 2 decades. So you hear a lot of everything. These folks that are in New York, they brought their dog from New York to Florida. That's where we're based. That's how much they care about their dog and how much they're willing to make sure their dog stays alive. They went to a trainer, and the trainer was hired specifically, my dog resource guards. Yep, I work with resource guarding. That's what the trainer said. Yep, I work with resource guarding. You ready for this? They show up at their apartment. They live in Manhattan, show up at their apartment. The dog growled at the trainer left.
That was the second trainer. The first trainer came way earlier on when the resource guarding first started. And of course, trade
scatter,
throw food,
all this stuff.
And guess what? They fucking positively reinforce the behavior. Sorry, I'm dropping F-bombs tonight because this is the shit that ends up with dogs getting killed. Yep. And this is the shit that people give us shit for. We're making it worse. We're correcting the dogs, blah, blah. Meanwhile,
so bad.
And then all the breeding groups jumping on our page. Oh, those breeders must have done a terrible job. Any dog can start resource guarding.
Any dog.
And when it's been positively reinforced its entire fucking life up until this point, it's a learned behavior.
Do you know that show dogs, the best of the best show dogs, so they're well bred, they've got serious behavioral issues. If there's anybody in the show dog world out there, you know this. They've got serious behavioral issues. They just look pretty. They might even have great conformation, but behaviorally, a lot of them are messed up.
It's so common.
Everybody assumes because, oh, look at that fancy dog. That doesn't mean they're well behaved. And there's a lot of dogs out there that are very well trained. Agility dogs, dog aggressive, human aggressive, handler aggressive, resource guarding, but everybody just lies. We just see it all. But we show you step by step on how to eliminate it. Did it right there on video. Nothing held back. Showed everybody everything. Yep. Imagine that. Imagine being a fly on the wall and seeing actually how it stopped.
Sorry, guys, I'm so tired today.
Next.
We have been balls to the walls today.
Next.
RJ said, Joelle is strict. I am. I give deadlines for a reason. Sorry. If you miss the cutoff, you'll have to wait till the next one.
It was only $37 too.
Sack says, love all your information. Thank you.
Thanks.
Alicia, good evening, J&J. Thank you for the advice to try and scatter feed and slow feed my garbage disposal of a dog. I had to jump in with my question and catch the replay, so thank you. If I want him to stop pooping right next to the patio in the backyard, do you think I will need to take him on a leash and get him to go somewhere else in the yard?
That's usually the best idea. Sure. Yeah, show them where you want them to go, and then they start building up a pattern for that. So we've got a house in Greece that we go to for 4 months out of the year, and it's there's the house, and then there's a yard. It's all landscape. It's all hardscape. Most people don't have grass on the islands of Greece, on Naxos. And we want our dogs to go at the very end. It's sort of like a little utility road that we want dogs to go on. Guess what we do? We bring them out there. They poop, and now in the morning, we can just stand on our back patio, tell the dogs to go to the bathroom. They race all the way back to that place, go to the bathroom, and then come back in. So yeah, show them where you want them to go. Yep, next.
I said, good evening, making elk backstrap and scallop potatoes for dinner while my board and treat.
Nice. Wow. Elk is great. Good for you. We had a client bring us some deer. Some venison.
So good. It was good. Remember, I don't like venison, but that was really good.
You know, tomorrow night I'm making some lamb again. Gonna make lamb in the special, tagine that you got me. We're gonna make lamb tagine with double the amount of chickpeas.
I like chickpeas.
Chickpea eater over here. You put apricots in there. You put dates in there. So good, so good. I've got my own blend of spices.
Jeff's blend.
Yep, proprietary blend.
Let life be art. My dog attacks my hand sometimes when I feed her out of my hand, such as giving food. I think she's resource guarding the food in my hand. Should I correct that she's loading on my hand? She's
probably not resource guarding. She's just a hard food grabber. That's not. I don't think that's probably what it is. Either way, you can correct that with a bonker. No bonk. Are you hand feeding your dog for using food for training? Or are you hand feeding your dog because someone told you that builds a better relationship, which is bullshit. But it's probably not resource guarding your.
She said no. She full on attacks my hand.
Okay, that's probably not resource guarding. That's just maybe a food aggressive dog. You just might have an aggressive dog, which we can help you with too. We have step-by-step protocols on that. It's going to include punishment though. But is there a reason why you're feeding your dog out of your hand though?
Yeah, is it because it's a resource guarder?
Right. Did someone tell you to hand feed the dog to stop resource guarding? That's bullshit. So
she has our resource guarding course. So go through that course.
But why are you feeding your dog out of your hand? I want to know the reason why.
She said a food reward, for training.
Okay.
So when you try to give your dog a food reward, it's literally attacking.
So a couple of things. Not to avoid anything. Stop using food as a reward. Not to avoid doing this. We'll work through this. But why would you give your dog food as a reward if it's attacking you? So number one, stop using. You can still feed your dog by your hand if you choose to, but stop doing food training. The last thing your dog should be doing is food training. The last thing your dog should be doing.
It's like, who gives a shit if you're doing good for obedience? You're attacking me.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah. Mixed messages. Next.
Avi said, WTF, he just walked out. Yeah, that's what they said. He just walked out and ghosted them after the dog growled.
Yep. Pussy. Beta. Could you imagine that? I work.
Beta, no, probably lack of skill set.
So no, he's a wimp or she's a wimp. I work with resource guarding. Show up at the house, the dog growls.
That's the thing I have a problem with.
And you leave. Are you serious?
There's a lot of trainers that say they work with issues, but then they don't say you do them.
Yes.
Stop saying you're qualified for a job that you cannot do.
Yep.
This is why owners are getting burned left and right.
The owners should charge the trainer at that point. Are you serious? You left? You can't handle a growling dog? Really? What do you think resource guarding is? Yep. Dogs attack. They attack you. They will, like the dog that we have now, that dog will attack. That dog does attack you. The dog will put you in the hospital. It's a behavioral issue. Dog doesn't need meds. Dog doesn't need obedience training. He does, but that's not going to fix it. Dog needs to stop attacking over food. We have protocols for that, step by step. 100% success. Stop it all the time. But don't do scatter. Don't do the replacement thing. That's how you encourage it. Next.
Let's see. Paxland, I'm about to have a baby. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I want some advice. What's the best way to introduce a dog to a newborn? And what boundaries are important to set early on? I need her to be just like Angelo. You guys are the best. Thanks for all you do.
So it's not going to be just like Angelo because you're not me and your baby's not Angelo. I'm not trying to be a dick here. But your dog is not going to meet your baby. Let's call it that. They're going to exist around each other. They're not going to meet. But I don't know your dog. I don't know you. I don't know your structure of your house. I don't know what your dog has a skill set is. I don't know your dog's behavioral issues. And we have a course on baby proofing. You might want to think about joining our online community and get into some coaching because it's life or death. Like God forbid the dog does something bad, like you're gonna have to put the dog down. But the best philosophy to start having is number one, does your dog know place? Is your dog crated? Crate training. It goes into crate at night. If not, start crating your dog. Does your dog know place? Are you using electronics? So you probably want to get your dog on an e-collar because you want to start proper baby proofing because you want certain things to be hot. Tummy time blanket, things like that. And it doesn't make a difference how well trained your dog is, how smart your dog is, and how much you love your dog. Got it? This is what people say to us. Yeah, I love my dog. He's so smart. So what? What does that have to do with keeping your baby safe? Nothing. Zero. Sounds cold, but it's the truth. And does your dog know a good no? But the best advice is they're not going to meet, they're going to exist. Angelo didn't touch a dog till he was, what? I don't know. Year old, maybe? 9 months old. But he was around dogs from day one. So give him the concept of existence. That's all. Don't be sucked into the Instagram photos of babies and dogs. Some of those are a disaster waiting to happen. And some people just they got lucky and they got dogs that don't give a shit about babies. Next.
Shai said there's trainers here locally that have confessed their dog's major behavioral issues.
Yeah. But I'm not talking about, I mean, there's always, which is fine, but I'm talking about people see show dogs or they see sport dogs or they see agility dogs and they see dock diving dogs and they see trick training dogs and they see odor work dogs. That doesn't mean they're well behaved. That doesn't mean they're safe. It means they have a skill set to perform a task. That's all that it means. You don't know if those dogs go after children, get into dog fights, kill cats, attack humans, have massive separation anxiety, have leash reactivity. Don't know. Remember, social media is not real. Just remember that. The face that people put on themselves and their dogs is not the real story. Don't be misled. Next.
Wagging Wendy, would you say trainers also need to adapt to the owner and finding a way that works for them so it sticks? Like if the dog needs a stronger energy, but the owner is in way softer by nature.
So yeah, that's why e-collars are great. That's why e-collars are great. Well, trainers in general need to learn how to work with humans in general. The majority of dog trainers out there struggle working with people. That's why they got into the industry without realizing that the dog training industry is a human industry. It's human-based, not dog-based. Dogs are the product to human. So, like, wedding planners are not about the wedding. It's about the bride and her mom. It's not about the wedding. It's about the bride and the mom. So you've got to be good with brides and moms and mother-in-laws. Who gives a shit that you can design fantastic weddings? How good are you working with the person writing the check? That's what's important. Next.
Avi said, what you're not doing is giving up on the dog. You're doing whatever is necessary to make sure that dog has a good life. That's all you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do
You know
anything.
this, Avi.
We do anything. We'll do anything. And so do our clients.
Especially if death is already on the table.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Few harsh corrections.
Big deal. Even if that's not on the table. Few harsh corrections. This whole industry's gotten soft. Everybody's gotten soft. Everybody's gotten soft. Everybody's triggered. Everybody. If I respond to someone asks a question, like a stupid question or a loaded question or a passive aggressive question, and I respond in my usual snarky way or my direct way, didn't mean to trigger you.
Didn't mean to trigger. Not because I'm triggered. I'm like, oh.
You didn't trigger me at all. Like, you asked for a fucking question.
And
I'm gonna give you an answer. You got an answer. The best answer. Ooh, what? Sorry, I didn't lick your fucking taint while I was answering the goddamn question. Okay, get over it.
It's out of control. What is going on?
What are you talking about?
Just with society.
Yeah.
What's going
It's
on?
true.
Natalia said show breeders make scary effing dogs.
Oh yeah. Everybody would be.
RJ said I could never be a judge with how dangerous show dogs can be.
You'd be everyone would be so shocked. So shocked. It's like, be careful, guy. That's why all these people that are, they're making comments about the Vizsla. Oh my gosh, da, 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 da. It's like every dog, your dog's 4 years old. Every dog can get resource guarding.
And again, if that first trainer
wouldn't have
that showed up and said, yep, I work with resource guarding, had just freaking bonked the dog or corrected the dog, probably wouldn't be here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But instead, they told the owners for the next 3 years of its life, oh, give it a treat. Oh, if it grabs something, you know what? Give it a treat. Trade it. Give it a treat.
Stupidest advice ever.
So what did the dog learn? I'll just keep growling when I want
right.
stuff.
I get paid to guard.
Common sense.
Every time I cry and have a tantrum, I get McDonald's. You know why? Because my mom says, if you stop, I'll take you to McDonald's. That's exactly what people are doing with dogs. If you stop having a temper tantrum, I'll take you for ice cream. So every time I go out in public and I have a temper tantrum, my mom is going to give me ice cream on the way home. Score.
And again, all the people who say, like, oh, that dog was bred badly. Have you ever just watched a pack of puppies? They are born resource guarding from each other. And guess what? Someone eventually has to tell them to freaking knock it off.
Right.
And it should be an owner that has a spine. That's it. Plain and simple.
So simple. But most people also don't get dogs from puppies. So they get what they get. What else?
Or sadly now, it's like these owners are just getting horrific advice from trainers.
Horrific advice, or everybody's encouraged, adopt, don't shop. It's like you're adopting sometimes a neurological mess, psychological mess, emotional mess of a dog, training mess.
Only love and cuddles.
And you're told only love and cuddles. But don't go to a breeder for a well-bred dog, because even then, sure, genetically, hopefully you're going to get good structure, long life, free from diseases, hopefully. That doesn't guarantee you behavior. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Because a lot of behaviors can be nurtured unwillingly by owners and by bad advice from trainers, and not trainers that punish dogs, trainers that actually make dogs the center of the world.
RJ said day 2 of asking for solid cooking training. He put the KOOK. How'd you know that's what the little tagine was called? That's the brand, actually.
What?
Cook. KOOK.
The tagine, yeah. Yep.
How'd you know that, RJ?
Because we think you're the only one that's ever bought a tagine.
It's just a really specific brand, I feel like.
I think it's the Amazon probably recommended, right?
So one you said you liked, so I bought it.
There you go. Look at that.
See, Let Life Be Art said, okay, I'll stop doing food training. Yeah, I think your picture looks familiar. I think you have our Green to Graduate too. Do Green to Graduate just without the food.
Who?
Let Life Be Art.
Oh.
I recognize her photo because we were talking the other
Oh,
day.
nice.
If you have Green to Graduate, just do the leash and e-collar stuff. Just don't do food. Just
For the one that bites her hand? Yeah.
You know, good.
Yeah, stop giving food. Stop food.
No
Like
food.
you can train your dog without food. We're not against food, but I just want everybody to know you can train your dog without food. You're not being mean. It's okay to do it. It's fine. It's fine. You can do it. It's okay. Your dog will not hate you. Next.
Okay, yeah, she has Green to Graduate and Touch Your Activity and Resource Guarding.
Mhm.
Okay, so you have everything you need. Just start correcting now.
Yeah.
Cut that shit out
And correct.
immediately.
Dogs biting your hand, that's a light them up situation. What does that mean? Heavy correction. Dog goes after you, all hell should break loose, but you shouldn't be mad. You should be calm and effective. Yeah, we're well practiced at that. Obviously, we've done it so many times because we work with those dogs, those dangerous dogs. Yeah.
Alicia said, I wasn't sure if that was something you could even train. I'm going to need to start leashing him and taking him out.
What? To go to the bed? Oh, you can absolutely train your dog to go to a spot. Yeah, some people put little sand areas. You can absolutely train your dog to go in a certain spot. 100%. Usually, people, it's not a big deal because they have a backyard in an area of their backyard and they don't mind. But you could be very specific if you want to. Absolutely, we are at our house of Greece. Here, we have a potty yard. What?
RJ said, I had a hunch, and no, I was trying to replicate the K in K9.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
You got it right.
Mm-hmm.
Chad's on here. You put the concerned face.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you concerned, Chad?
Yep.
Do we make you concerned?
Mm-hmm.
We're all fired up tonight. Had a lot of coffee today.
Did you?
Yeah, way more than I should have. I'm gonna be up all fucking night.
Cool. Nice. Maybe I'll get some action.
RJ said beta is still a compliment, Chad.
Is it? No, I didn't mean to be complimentary.
Rebecca said, I'm currently replying to a comment on the community while listening to you guys on YouTube. This feels very meta.
Cool.
Hey, Rebecca. Alicia, thoughts on dog being created overnight while we sleep, but also 40 hours a week while we work.
Mm-hmm.
He just will not stop waking me up. Very pushy, wants to potty in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes no potty, just wants to go out for fun.
Right.
To make the stop without the crate time being excessive. Is it safe to crate overnight and also while at work? It seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot, but guess what? We live in the real world where people work. Don't let anybody say, well, then why do you have a dog? No, it's just the way it is. Okay, let's do this. Ready? Don't crate the dog at night. Have the dog stay on a dog bed instead, the size of a crate. Dog's sleeping. Dogs sleep 18 hours a day, 20 hours a day. So as long as you're meeting their needs, exercise, structured walk, stuff, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty. People that are like, dogs are locked up for 23 and a half hours a day, that's excessive. But you have a life. You work. So you have 40 hours a day of work, right? 40 hours a day, 40 hours a week, more than 40 hours a week of work. There's 168 hours in a week. So you got 128 non-working hours. And then you're sleeping what? 8 hours a night? 56? You still got over 60 hours a week, 64 hours a week, right?
Run the dog?
Yeah.
Train the dog?
Yeah, do all kinds of stuff. Next.
That's just reality.
Yeah, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. Yeah. Everybody can't work at home and be with their dogs all the time. More people that are now than ever.
How are you going to pay for their shit?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm home with you all day, but if you need to go to the vet, shit out of luck, Fido.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Don't let people make you feel guilty. Then you shouldn't have a dog. Fuck you. Yeah,
Just make the hours where he's not in the kennel.
let's surrender.
Great.
Everybody that has a job, surrender your dog. Yep, everyone that has a job, surrender your dog. No, it's fine. Your dogs are fine. Your dog will be fine. Okay. I mean,
Dogs spend like 18 hours a day sleeping.
They sleep. They sleep. They chill. They sleep. They should be. They should be just chilling out. What else?
RJ said, my gave up dog was amazing at agility. Cheers to the owner, but had a prey drive like no other.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
RJ said they also do it with their babies or toddlers. Stop enabling the behavior.
Oh, God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But just be careful what you wish
you
for.
also you want to talk about animals, like babies, like human babies, when they're like 2-3 years old, they are mean. They're mean to each other and they're mean to their parents. Like until someone teaches them to cut it out. It's no different.
You wouldn't
but nowadays they're like, I'll get you McDonald's if you stop slapping Sally.
Yep. But you wouldn't put a shock. That's a stupid understanding. You wouldn't put a shock collar on your kid. It's like you don't need to. Take away their cell phone. You want to know a worse punishment than a shock collar on a human, which nobody's doing? Take away their cell phone. Here we go. Here's an experiment. Who has a teenager out there? Raise your hand. Okay. Angelo actually wouldn't care. He actually wouldn't care. But your average teenager out there, ask them, feel this, give them an e-collar, have them feel it in their hand. It's like whatever level. Tell them, okay, if I turn this up all the way and just give you a 1-second shock, would you rather do that or lose your cell phone for a week? Try this with your average teenager. I guarantee you almost every one of them will take the shock.
1,000%.
So there's
1,000%.
when people say, oh, you wouldn't use a shock collar on your kid, I'm like, there's way worse things than that.
First of all, if you're a millennial, okay, our generation, we used to put D batteries on our tongues and fucking shock ourselves. For fun.
Right.
For fun.
Right.
Okay? So a little shock collar. We don't care.
Yeah. It's like kids ain't giving up their cell phones. They'll take any other punishment. So there are things way worse. The goal is to make it suck for the kid. Right? Make it suck for the dog. There's a time and a place where things need to suck for the dog.
According to your mom, though, nothing sucked for you.
No, she couldn't punish
me. She beat you with a wooden spoon.
She couldn't punish me. Yeah, my mom was just
Barb was here telling me what a horrible child you were.
Do you know that my mom, we should put up that photo of all of us. My mom's 86. It's a good photo of her. People would be surprised she's 86.
She was still here, Boston Jeff around the whole week.
I said, Mom,
she was putting him in his place.
I just turned 60. I'm like, Mom, I'm a 60-year-old man. Stop treating me like a fucking 14-year-old.
The day she left, though, I was honored. She's like, you're doing a great job with it. I'm like, thanks. Trying to get him to clean up his act. Fucking 60 years old.
Meanwhile, I take care of her.
Obviously, it's like when people decided to stop being parents and start being best friends, kids need a parent more than they need a best friend.
Yeah, it's not your job. It's not your job to be your kid's best friend. It's just not. It's your job to be their parent. Find another set of friends. What else?
Sarah said, dog is exercise. I've used the bonker, still whining in the crate. Advice.
Yeah, we have lots of advice. There's an art to it. We're doing a course right now on it, a live course right on it. Are you in our community? If you're not in our community, join our community. You'll learn how to do it. That takes some coaching, but it can be it's exercise. It's got nothing to do with exercise. There's an art to stopping whining, and we're masters of it. It's going to be an e-collar protocol, most likely. Next.
Shai said, yeah, for sure. A lot of show dogs are brats.
They sure are. They're worse than brats. They're dangerous. Yep.
Robert said, greetings from Ecuador.
Hey, Robert, how are you?
Robin said, that's selfish buying a well-bred dog.
Yep.
Let's see. Wagging Wendy during the board and train. Do you have a groomer that you work with?
No, dogs don't need to be groomed. We'll do it ourselves.
We'll do bath and nails.
Yeah, we'll do bath, nails, brush outs. Yeah. I mean, the only dog that really needed to get groomed was Goose, the show dog. And his owner came here and groomed him. Yep. But no, we cut nails. That's been, almost like dogs getting his nails cut a lot now is Ozzy, the German Shepherd that came in. So I cut him once already, and I'll be drummeling him frequently. We do it. We do it ourselves.
Avi said, I use a toy like the ball and a rope and Hug play as a reward.
Mhm.
Food stopped by 6 months with Freya.
Mhm.
Chad said, I love it. Cutting food has been a game changer. Thanks to you guys.
Was that Chad?
That's Chad.
Hey, Chad, how are you?
We got rid of that pacifier.
Yep, Chad.
Ripped it right off.
Chad is he's a current K-9 officer in Florida. So he runs the K-9 department of his police force in Florida. 6'5", big muscular guy, shaved head.
I literally thought he was gonna hit his head on our ceiling.
And sweet guy. All these guys that look like that, they come in here, they're all sweet. They're always at least with me, they're sweet, you know. He's a talented trainer in pet dog training. He's also in his K-9. He was so afraid to stop using food. He felt so uncomfortable, like he didn't know what to do. And we worked him through it. It was like a therapy. So he was having food reward withdrawals. He was, not the dogs. The dogs were fine. He said, wow, the dogs are doing better. It's like, yeah, but you're fucking struggling. He was a mess. He was a mess. Proud of you, Chad. You did good. You did good.
Shai said, adopting is shopping. You go in,
of course it is.
Selection.
Of course it is.
You find one you think looks the cutest and exchange money for a product.
Exactly. Yep.
It's just morally
Yep,
superior.
it is. Yep.
And then you usually get a dog with tons of behavioral issues.
Tons of behavior that you were lied to about.
That you're then told you can't do the very things that need to fix them. You need to fix them with.
I know.
You can't use aversives. You can't use prong collars.
Can't kennel the dog.
Good luck.
Can't go to work.
And don't bring it back because we'll kill it and we'll guilt trip you.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck.
Yep.
Hey, there are good rescues out there. Don't get me wrong.
There are.
A rescue sent Ozzy to us.
Yeah, we found a good one.
Heather, how do you stop a dog from being nervous at the vet? She just starts shaking uncontrollably.
Yeah, suggestion, Heather. Hand the slip lead to the vet tech and don't be in the room. Start with that. See how it goes. But worst case scenario, the dog doesn't like the vet. It's what, 15 minutes? Once a year, twice a year? It's not the worst thing. Now, people that do our Green to Graduate program to the T, which has got nothing to do with the vet, dogs actually end up doing pretty well because what we're doing is we're addressing the dog's state of mind a lot. But the shortcut is, for now, just give the leash to the vet tech, just leave. Sort of like dropping a kid off at kindergarten, right? They cry, they whine, give them, you leave. Next thing you know, they're running around having a good time.
RJ said, oh, Keo thinks that going to the door every time means he's going to go out. So stop letting him out in the morning and just let him out after breakfast.
Yep. So learn response. Yep. Technically, dog training. Yep. Next.
RJ said, as an introvert, I choose my cell phone. Yeah.
Not just as an introvert, just most people will not give up their cell phones.
My life is on my cell phone. Yep. Literally everything. Yep. I think about that sometimes because I'm like, man, I would love to just leave my phone at home and like go on a walk. But I'm like, what if the car breaks down? Like, what if
You're walking. Why would there be a car?
What if I have to call someone? Like driving. I'm like, I can't leave without my phone.
Sure you can.
I don't even know how as a teenager I function.
In Greece, we do. We drive without phones.
Yeah, but we're together.
But no, sometimes we both don't have a phone.
I know, but at least we're together. So if we die, like we're together.
Oh, isn't that romantic?
You would find,
right?
You would flag someone down, like you'd find a way.
Are we gonna be like clutching each other? So when they unearth us, they'll see this couple that clutching each other. They're skeletons. They're skeletons.
That would be me, like.
Yep. And you know what they'll know from looking at their skeletons? I'm a dude, and that's a chick. Next.
Oh my god. Okay. Sarah said, "I'm in your community. Perfect. How do I watch with?" Okay, watch Charlie's course. Okay, if you want to deal with whining, watch Charlie's course. He's the brown dog. I think it's like leash reactive something. Yeah, it's one of the more recent courses.
He's a whiner.
The worst whiner we ever had.
Yeah.
Watch his course. I think the first video we show how we shut him up in the crate.
Yeah. Yep.
Avi said, good night, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful new year. Hope we talk soon.
Good night, Avi.
We miss you, Avi.
Hey, come on down here. We do owner shadows now, Avi.
You should come.
Come for an owner shadow.
You already drove all the way down here once.
Yeah, do it again.
Stay in the RV again.
Yeah, bring your wife.
RJ is so romantic. We did it together in a car crash in Greece.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Honestly, would not be that unrealistic.
Yep.
People drive fucking crazy.
That would be my James Dean moment.
I still don't drive there. The only place I drive
The
is
parking
that
lot.
empty parking lot. There's this huge dirt parking lot.
Sand, I think.
That's where Jeff gives me my driving lessons.
Mhm.
I'm bucking like this because I can't
You
drive.
did good. No, you did good. Stop. Getting from.
Oh, and I went to
You went to Campos Market.
yeah, I got a coffee.
You going from stop to into first gear. You struggle at first.
And then getting slow, like coming down our driveway scared me because I was in second.
Well, you have to remember.
But then I went too slow and it was like,
Well, that's because also you've got to remember that just because your foot's not on the gas, the fact that you're in gear, there's acceleration of the motor.
yeah,
It just goes.
downshifting freaks me
Yeah,
out.
I know. You'll get it. This year you'll get it. Well, this year we're buying a car. So we've got a dealer, a car dealer in Athens that actually we're looking. He's looking for us for a vehicle now, a little SUV with lots of. It can have as many scratches and dents on it as possible because when you live on the island, your vehicle gets scratches and dents. So we're gonna get we need an SUV that we can bring the dogs in, and we don't care about
A
the
car
bag.
that if I I bump it on
Yeah.
something, it's no big deal.
So big. Well, I'm getting.
Jeff's like, why do we have 50 new dents in the car?
No, I'm getting a brush.
I went to get coffee
I'm gonna
today.
get a brush guard installed and a rear bumper installed. So just to make sure.
Just like stupid bumpers.
Yeah, just to make sure.
Avi said, Jeff, don't start. If you want to start, call me on the phone and give me shit. Don't give me shit over the air.
What are you talking
And
about?
don't air my shit. Thank you very
What's he talking about? His girlfriend or wife?
I don't know, but stop.
You're still going out with that woman in the red dress? Ow.
Stop. He just said, don't air my shit.
What kind of shit? Did he's in love?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't realize that it was a bad thing.
RJ said, I feel like Joelle low-key gets in her head sometimes, but she's so capable. I'm a chronic overthinker.
Her?
Yeah. I get
Yeah. So today, Jeff, do you want help with do you need help with the dogs? I'm like, sure, you can help with the dogs. She does one fucking training session with the dogs. Got it? You ready for this? Tonight. What do you think about like using the other yard for a potty yard too? Then we have 2 sets of dogs going 2 potty yards. Geez, did they get enough training today? Blah, 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 blah. Like, stop. Enough already. It's like everything is fine. No, the dogs can go out one at a time.
Structure.
They have structure. Okay. Ironically, the dogs get pottied every morning before you even get up. So what does it matter? But
Heather said, how do you stop a dog from being nervous at the vet?
you already asked. Yeah, I already answered that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ed said hello from snowy New Jersey.
Oh,
I
hey,
really
Ed.
got snow today,
Yeah.
huh?
Hey, Ed, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, your sister sent you some
Did a lot.
photos, right?
Jeannie said you can buy board card games that you can get a good shot.
Yeah, you can buy a watch.
Yeah,
too.
remember Operation?
But you can also get a watch that shocks you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they get butt plugs that shock you too. Next.
Von Fraunhofer, German Shepherd, said they would say, take my cell phone.
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe you're teenagers. Maybe, Angelo could care less about his cell phone. But I don't know. Take electronics away from a child, a teenager?
My nephews for sure would take the shot.
Yeah.
They would do it for fun. I know how they are.
Mhm.
Do me
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they do it to each other.
Mhm.
And it's funny.
Yep.
Carrie, I have an animal reactive dog and worse with dogs.
Mm.
Would joining your community be my best course of action?
Mm.
I'd love to learn myself versus a board and train
Mm.
if possible.
Okay.
1-year-old, great in obedience, healing, etc.
Okay. Carry a couple of things. Number one, join the community. Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. But I also want to talk to you about the learning yourself compared to a board and train. Not that I want you to do a board and train, but just hear me out here. First of all, join the community. And this is why you should join the community. It comes with a bunch of leash reactivity courses. Number one, start to finish, how to stop it. It comes with baseline, our Green to Graduate course. You hear us talk about it on leash and off leash obedience, good state of mind, great state of mind, actually, stopping unwanted behaviors. 26 coaching sessions live on Zoom, not like this. We're literally talking to each other and seeing each other. Every other weekend, we do that 26 times. It's with me. You ask a question, give you an answer. Daily, there's a forum. It's not this victim forum with poor me, and everybody feel bad for me. People are going to be like, leave. It's going to be celebrating your wins and telling you how to work through your losses. Now, board and train. So just join the community. It's half price right now. It's a game changer. You won't have to hire a dog trainer. Now, board and train. Owners always want to be involved. I get it. But someone's got to do the hundreds of reps of every protocol. There's also troubleshooting. There's a timing issue. There's also equipment navigation. There's also a lot of different troubleshooting in a lot of the stuff. So sometimes it is better for someone else to do all that hard work, but then train you how to work your dog. So there's that. But join the community. Worst case scenario, you can always come down and do a shadow, which is all you and the dog, 5 days straight, 3 hours a day, you and the dog. You're doing everything. We're showing you, and we're showing you, demoing it, but then you're doing the work. So you learn skills. You get 15 hours of training through that. If you did a board and train, we credit you the community. If anybody joined the community, you want to do a board and train, I'll credit you the money you paid for the community. That's fine. So there's a lot of ways, but yes, community is a game changer. Join it tonight. Join it tonight because it's the 18th or the 19th? It's the 19th. If you joined it tonight, by the end of this month, which is in 31 days, 12 days, by the end of this month, you'll have made progress. Next week, next Monday, you'll have made progress. Monday after, you'll have made tremendous progress. That's how quickly it is. Because once you have the right information, it's a game changer. Next.
How do you handle a dog that doesn't want a nail trim? I'm a receptionist for an animal hospital. This dog was out of control. Never heard no.
I'm surprised they didn't sedate the dog. It's an animal hospital. I don't agree with that, but usually animal hospitals sedate dogs to do that. Mm. You manhandle the dog. It's very, very.
We have a nail trim course in our community.
We have a nail trim course. Nail trim course. Muzzle the dog up.
It's not pretty.
And you hold them tight. But I'm surprised. I thought vets sedated dogs to cut their nails.
Me too. Pretty common.
Yeah, it's pretty common. But as far as you might actually want to think about joining our community just for general knowledge of stuff too. It's sort of hard though to have the owner. I would absolutely encourage the owners to start working on it at home instead of at the vet office, or have a group go to a groomer. You guys, your big priority is not cutting nails. You're vets, right? If anything, have it go to a groomer where the groomer's got like lots of experience. Have a groomer come in. See if there's a local groomer that actually can come in that works with difficult dogs. They can show your vet techs some skills. We have a course too that can show your vet techs some skills. Next.
Mm-hmm. Shai said fast track is also amazing.
Yep, we have a 60 to 9-day fast track. There's a lot of things we can do. If you're struggling with your dog and you're ready to make a commitment, time and money, all your problems are resolved. Just want everybody to know that. It's easy as that. So, and we got availability. We're booking in. Just keep in mind, don't put us off too long.
We usually always have like an 8 to 9 week wait list.
Dogs, no dog can come in for a board and train past May 1st. Then you're done, because that goes into June and we're leaving for Greece. So
it literally leaves us like what? Only 8 board and train spots left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A couple in March,
mm-hmm.
a few in April, and then a couple in May.
That's it. Yeah. What else?
Damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's all.
That's it. All right. Sounds good. It's almost 9 o'clock. Yeah. All right, everyone. Check us out. Go to also, if you've been let's see, what can you do? A lot of people get help from this. I don't know, jump over to Google, give us a review. Join our YouTube channel, watch our videos, comment on them, interact with them on our YouTube shorts. We got a bunch of YouTube shorts Joelle does, some YouTube videos.
Every Monday we drop long form.
Yeah.
We just dropped one today.
Yeah, watch our videos, comment on it, like it. Jump over to Google, give us a review. Throw up the Google review link. You have it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. That'd be nice if folks do that. We haven't done a shout out for Google review links in a long time. It'd be nice if people did it.
I'll drop it in the community.
Yeah,
for everybody.
Here we go. All right, let's see. We got a live going on now. In the community, we'll start putting up this resource guarding stuff that we're doing with
good stuff.
Enzo. Ooh, good stuff. He showed his colors today.
He sure did.
Boy, oh boy. Morning one, meal one. Woo-wee. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Yep. All right, folks. Everybody take care. Madly in love with all of you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.